Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are following the lectures from. Here is Encheron for another episode of our lectures on Cameroon history. We will continue with where we stopped last time. And starting today, we are going to start from the Lytleton Constitution that was passed in 1954 to grant Southern Cameroon a quasi-regional status. Now, last time in our previous lectures, we discovered that the crisis in the eastern region of Nigeria, as it continued to unfold, there was a close down or a dissolution of the Eastern Regional House of Assembly on the 6th of May 1953, when the house was dissolved by the British governor, Clement John Cleese. Another constitution was put forward in 1954 called Lytleton Constitution, which was intended to grant Southern Cameroon a quasi-region. We know that Southern Cameroonians being attached to the eastern region of Nigeria, the Southern Cameroonians were not happy. So, as the Southern Cameroonians were not happy, they started clamoring for a separate region. The reason why they were not happy was because of the fear for the Igbos, or what we call the Igbophobia. So, for that, the British colonial secretary granted a quasi-region to Southern Cameroon, where Southern Cameroon was now having its headquarters that was in Boya. The quasi-region means it was a small region, but still attached to Nigeria. The headquarters of the region was in Boya, and the region has a house of executive, which would make up of 4 ministers and a house of assembly. The House of Assembly officially opened on the 26th of October 1954. That was the first time the Southern Cameroonian representative met in a House of Assembly in Southern Cameroon under the quasi-region. And again, we have talked about 4 ministers were granted to Southern Cameroon under the quasi-region that was given to Southern Cameroon. Who were the ministers that were granted to Southern Cameroon under the executive arm of government in the quasi-region? E.M.A. Endele was the leader of government business. S.T. Muna was one of the minister. We have Simon Are George was the minister, and we have a Reverend J.C. Kamsen, who was another minister. These were the 4 ministers who formed the cabinet of 1954 in the executive arm of government under the quasi-region that was granted to British Southern Cameroon. In this region, Southern Cameroon was still having deputies in the federal legislature in Lagos. The upper house of assembly in Lagos, Southern Cameroon still had deputies because the region was not completely cut off from Nigeria. So these assistants were still representing Southern Cameroon in the upper house of assembly in Lagos, Nigeria. This House of Assembly again that was granted to Southern Cameroon under the Lytleton Constitution has 6 native authorities. There were 6 native authorities in the assembly. It has 2 appointed officials. There were 2 members that were special members who were appointed. Now, with this, the region has been operating until John Foncha, who was a member of the KNC of E.M.A. Endele, Foncha and Augustine Womjoa, they were expecting Endele, especially John Foncha. Foncha was expecting Endele to make him a cabinet or a minister in the Council of Ministers of 1954. But E.M.A. Endele did not appoint Foncha. So, because of that and other reasons, Endele again, in 1954, E.M.A. Endele has changed the initial objective of the Cameroon National Congress Party. When we discussed that the initial objective of the KNC was secession from Nigeria and reunification with French Cameroon. But by 1954, several reasons caused Endele to change his objective. Endele changed the objective of the KNC and began to talk about integration with French Cameroon. When Endele began to talk of integration collaboration with French Cameroon, John Foncha and Augustin Ngobia were not happy with the change of objective of the KNC party. The reason why they were not happy was because Southern Cameroon being attached to Nigeria, the Southern Cameroonians were poorly treated by the Igbo majority. So for that reason, Southern Cameroonians had always been calling for a separate region. Now, when Endele changed his mind